Welcome to Successfully Simple, the creative entrepreneur's guide to working less and living more. I'm your host, Erin Flynn, and I've been running my creative business since 2012, and now I'm sharing everything I can to help you along your journey. On this podcast, we'll be diving into ways that you can find the support that you need, simplify your business so that you can work less while still hitting your goals, create a signature service with consistent income, systematize your business so that it runs smoothly, and sell without feeling sleazy. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, Erin here. Welcome to another episode. This is another one that is an oldie but a goodie, updated for 2020, originally published way back in January of 2016. And today we are talking about 3 reasons you need to set office hours in your creative business. So one of the supposed perks of working for yourself is the ability to work at any time. You no longer have to show up at an office and sit from 8 to 5 every day. Instead, you can roll out of bed whenever you want, take some time to catch up on whatever series you're watching on Netflix, and eventually settle down to work. And while that sounds nice, in reality, it's a terrible habit to get in. Having set office or work hours can kind of seem like a drag, but in reality, they make running your business much, much easier. Office hours let your clients know when you're available. So let's imagine for a minute that you like to start your day by grabbing coffee at a local coffee shop. Then one day you drive over and they're closed. No warning, they're just suddenly not open at the time that you expect them to be, and they have been. They posted their hours and now they say sporadic, right? Would you chance going back? I mean, maybe if their coffee's really great. But would you be frustrated every time you thought they were open and it turned out they weren't and you had driven yourself over there? Definitely. So what if this was your website hosting company's support availability, right? If your website went down and you had no idea when support would get back to you, you would probably end up changing website hosts. That same thing goes for your clients. When you work weird hours and you send emails at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night, you train your clients to think that you're available at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night. Without a set schedule, clients don't know how long they reasonably need to wait to hear from you or when it's appropriate to call. So that means that you then get phone calls on a Sunday morning when you're sleeping, or expecting responses to emails immediately on a Friday night because your hours are all over the place and your clients don't know when you're open and when you're not. That's no good. Setting office hours and making your clients aware of them prevents client frustration. And it is totally okay to take nights and weekends or whenever you want off, as long as your clients are aware and you are consistent. Being consistent is the main thing with your hours. If there's a problem with a client's project, but she knows you'll be available in 3 hours, she knows how long she needs to wait before you will see her messages and before she really starts to freak out. But if there's a problem with your client's project and she has no idea when you'll be in the office, she's going to freak out and try every single way she can think of to get in touch with you because she doesn't know when you will be back. So that means she might run around to your Facebook page, your Twitter, whatever, and blow them up, making you look bad because she's expecting you to be online on like a Friday night, right? She doesn't know the best way to contact you or when you are going to get back to her. Being inconsistent confuses the heck out of your clients. So let them know when you are available and when you are not. And as a pro tip, you do not have to be available to your clients for your entire office hours. You can have time that is blocked for project work and time that clients can schedule calls with you so that you are not interrupted throughout your day. So for example, you might work on projects from 8 to 10 a.m. and allow clients to schedule calls from 10 to 12. Or you might only allow your clients to schedule calls on certain days of the week so that you can focus on other days working on the projects. This is all totally fine as long as it's communicated to your clients and you are consistent with these hours. Your office hours also let you know when you should be working, as well as when you should not be. This allows you to focus on what you're doing or supposed to be doing at the appropriate time. So if you've ever found yourself at dinner and you're ignoring the person you're with because you're checking emails from clients, you need to stop. And if you've ever found yourself browsing Pinterest or binging Netflix for hours when you're supposed to be working on a client's project, you need to stop. So that means no 6-hour naps when you're supposed to be working and no email checking when you're supposed to be relaxing. And look, I am a big fan of an afternoon nap, but you cannot do it all day, every day during your work hours. You would then need to set different expectations with your clients, okay? Being a small business owner, I know that your brain is always active. Mine sure as heck is. And you're always thinking of things you should be doing. So being strict about the hours that you are working and the hours that you are not allows you to live a life outside of your work. And when inspiration does strike outside of your work hours, you can make a note and get back to it when you are scheduled to be working. So this is really important if you want to, have dinner with your spouse, right? You might get a great idea, write it down, jot it down, and then enjoy your dinner with your spouse, and you can work on it the next day, okay? I know that's hard. It's very hard for me sometimes, but gosh, I really, really, really value my relationship with my husband over any business idea I have. So really take the time and separate them, okay? Have set office hours. Now, as a pro tip, you can set your office hours to work with your schedule. They do not have to be a regular 8 to 5. So if you have a day job, your office hours could be 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. As long as you and your clients both know what your office hours are, it doesn't really matter what the exact hours are as long as you are consistent. Hey there, really quick before we get back to the episode, if you want to create your own Successfully Simple business, you need to join my premium program. The Successfully Simple Shortcut is an intentionally small group program and community of service-based creative entrepreneurs who want to work less and live more. Inside the shortcut, you'll learn exactly how to implement the 5 pillars that are crucial to your success: support, simplify, sell, signature, and systematize. But not only that, you'll also get the support and the feedback that you need to truly define success on your own terms and move the needle in your business. This is not a course, it's a training and community to help your business thrive. Doors open a few times a year, so head to erinflynn.com/shortcut right now to join or to get on the waitlist and be first in line when the doors open again. That's erinflynn.com/shortcut. All right, now let's get back to the show. Your office hours also make you more productive. So when you don't have an end, like an official end to your workday, it is really easy to mess around on social media, watch some Netflix, and otherwise get distracted. But when you have a set cutoff time for your workday, you are able to focus and get more done. So that looming deadline at the end of work motivates you to keep moving and to accomplish more. Now, this is actually called Parkinsons Law. I'll have a link to this in the show notes. It's the idea that the work expands to fill the time available for completion. So without set work hours and just items that you need to get done at some point during the day, you're going to lack motivation. And then you end up messing around on Facebook, in your email, on Pinterest, at least that's what I do, which all distract you. Instead of getting done what you had intended, you get sidetracked and you end up accomplishing a lot less. You end up answering emails and doing a million small things instead of the big important tasks that you had planned. So instead of reacting to projects in life as they come up, having office hours lets you fit things into your schedule where they make sense and keeps you in control. When you're in control, you're able to be more productive and to actually work less, which I am all about. Pro tip, if you know you are more productive or you have more energy at certain times of the day, schedule your day that way if you can. So for example, if you are most productive in the morning, schedule your project work for the morning. If you're least productive in the afternoon, use the afternoon for client calls or work that doesn't require a lot of your focus. All right, so what are your office hours? Just, listening to this or reading the show notes does not make a difference. You have got to actually sit down and figure out your office hours. They do not have to be a regular 8 to 5. Your hours can be whatever works best for you, as long as you are consistent with them. Once you have your office hours figured out, the next step is announcing them and actually using them. So put your office hours in your email signature or your autoresponder, put it on your website. Make it crystal clear when you are working and when you are not, and stick to it. So take a few minutes and figure out your office hours. That is your call to action for today. Get those office hours set and stay consistent. You will be happy that you did. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you in the next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Any links mentioned in this episode will be included in the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on whatever platform you like to listen to podcasts on. And if you really enjoyed the show, please take 2 minutes to leave me a review so that others can find the show and create their own successfully simple business. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.